Hi, this is Shirley Beal, and this is my Zen Strength Training Certification video. We're going to start in mountain pose, lining our feet up under our hips, pick up your toes, grip the mat with your feet, creating a strong base for yourself. Pull your kneecaps up towards your thighs to engage your legs. You want your tailbone to lengthen straight down here, and you're pulling your abdomen up and in towards your spine. Keep the breathing steady in through your nostrils. We're going to inhale, arms up right next to our ears, starting in chair pose today. Exhale, sitting back and down as if you're sitting into a chair, lifting your belly, keeping your chest open as you sit. Keep your arms alongside your ears here. With your inhalation, use the strength of your legs to come out of chair pose. And exhale to forward fold. Lengthening through the crown of your head, let your head release. Take a moment. And bring your hand right underneath your knees. We're going to inhale into flat back. Lengthen through the crown of your head and through your tailbone here. With your exhalation, release to forward fold. Bend your knees. Bring your hands down to the floor. And big inhalation, right foot back into a high lunge. You want to let your hips drop here. Lengthen through that back heel. Find a spot to focus on to help you balance. And as you inhale, bring your arms up right next to your ears. We're going to exhale, hands come down to the floor. We're going to step right back into Chaturanga. Left foot is going to slide straight back. Lengthen through your heels, engage your legs. Soft gaze right in between your hands here. And think about opening your chest and lengthening through the crown of your head. With your exhalation, lower your knees, chest and chin down towards the floor, pressing your elbows into your ribcage, slowly releasing into a baby cobra. Hands are right next to your chest here. You should be able to easily lift those hands. Just pull your shoulders back, turn your gaze up. From here, we're going to inhale to table pose. Turn your toes, and as you exhale, come up into down dog. With the inhalation, you're going to bring your right foot up behind you into a standing split. Use the strength of your core. As you inhale, bring your right foot up in between your hands, coming into high lunge crescent on the other side. Lengthening through that left heel this time. Bring your kneecap up towards your thigh. Engage that back leg. Soften your gaze. Inhale. Bring your arms up right next to your ears. And then as you exhale, hands come down to the floor. Once again, that right foot is going to slide right back. Try not to lift your hip too much when you make your way to plank pose. Engaging your legs, engaging your core. Press firmly into the ground with those hands. Exhale. Knees, chest, and chin come down for a modified Chaturanga. Press those elbows into your rib cage. And inhale into up dog. If you're feeling warmed up enough today and you want to try going for a full up dog, as you inhale, straighten your arms, opening your chest. You want to keep a little micro bend in those elbows. Work on pulling your shoulders back. And turn your toes, inhale to down dog. You're going to inhale, right foot forward, left foot comes to meet it. Take a moment here and forward fold. And breathing through the second half of our sun salutation. Inhale, arms up right next to your ears. Let your palms face each other. Exhale to chair. All your weight coming back into your hips. Work on keeping all four corners of your feet pushing firmly into your mat. Inhale, out of chair pose. Exhale to forward fold. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Let your head release. Bring your hands underneath your knees. And we're going to inhale to a flat back here. Lengthen through the crown of your head and through your tailbone. And as you exhale, fold forward. Bringing your hands down to the floor. We're going to inhale. Left foot back this time. Remember, in this position, you always have the option of lowering your knee, whatever's comfortable for you. Either way, you're dropping your hips and creating space in that back leg. Inhale, sweep your arms up next to your ears. As you exhale, let your hands come down to the floor. Right foot comes back into plank pose. With your exhalation, flow through chaturanga. If you can't do a full chaturanga, just simply lower your knees. Find what's most comfortable for you. With your inhalation, you have the option of a baby cobra or a full up dog. Comfortably challenging yourself along the way, but never to a point of pain. Flowing from up dog, turn your toes and push up into down dog. Inhale, left leg standing split. Right heel lengthens towards the floor. Push firmly into both of your hands. Use your core strength to bring that left foot up in between your hands this time. Lengthening through your back heel. Inhale, arms up right next to your ears. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Let's step back into our plank pose. Tummy pulls in. You want to think about pulling your shoulders down and back and opening the front of your body here. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. We should be feeling nice and warmed up by this point. With your inhalation, come up onto your tippy toes, bend your knees, look up at your hands. You have the option here of jumping or stepping to the front of your mat. Grab hold of your weights. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, letting all four corners of your feet push into the floor as you're rolling up. Thinking about your posture along the way, pull that belly up and in, let your shoulders come into their natural shoulder sockets, lengthen through the crown of your head. And we're going to start the weight portion of our yoga hour. With your inhalation, bring your right knee up into your chest. You want a strong standing leg, and as balanced as you can, step that right foot back into a high lunge. From here, we're going to inhale to warrior 4 with a lateral raise. Inhale, bring that right leg straight up in front of you, flex foot, arms come up to shoulder level, palms are down here. As you exhale, create your own resistance with these light weights, stepping back to high lunge and bringing those arms back down to your sides. Working on 8 repetitions. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhaling up, nice flex foot, lengthen through your heel, and exhale down. Inhaling up, keeping in mind you can always move at your own pace, and exhale down. Two more. From here, we're going to move into a flying warrior position. Pull your tummy in. Keep lengthening through that back heel. Leaning forward in your upper body. It's up to you how much you're working that front leg. And from here, we're going to add a rear fly. So you're going to bring your arms together in front of you. Palms are facing each other. And as you inhale, bring those weights back, squeezing your shoulder blades, lengthening through the crown of your head. Exhale, press those weights together as if you're pushing against mud. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhaling, squeeze those shoulder blades and exhale down. Remember the modification, if you need to, simply lower your back knee. Or if you're comfortable, push yourself a little bit, bending into that forward leg just a little bit more. You should feel that thigh burning. Inhale up and exhale down. Doing a total of 8 to 10 reps. Once you're finished, bring those weights into your chest, straighten up from your waistline. We're going to turn into a warrior 2 stance here. So let that right foot come parallel with the back of your mat. You're bending into your left leg and keeping your knee from dropping forward. You want to be able to see your big toe here in warrior 2. We're going to inhale and bring our arms into goalpost arms. working on a chest press. I'm just going to turn to the front so you can see the form on the warrior and on the chest press. Bending that front knee. Inhale and exhale. Press those weights together, bringing your elbows and forearms as close as you comfortably can. Inhale to open up. Exhale, squeeze it together. Inhaling up. And exhaling to squeeze it together. Inhale to open up. Exhale to squeeze it together. The whole time you're pressing into that outer edge of your right foot. And again, it's up to you how much you're working your lower body. From here, I'm just going to ask you to turn into a warrior one position. Come back into a high lunge and use the strength in that front leg to push you into a tree pose. So we're going to start here on our toes, bringing your right foot in right onto your ankle. Option number one. Keeping your breathing steady. If you're comfortable, find a spot to focus on with your eyes. And if you're comfortable enough to balance, you can bring your foot up right into your calf, pressing your leg against your foot and your foot against your leg. If you want to take a full tree pose, simply bring your foot up right into your inner thigh. Same idea here. It's a hip opener, so keep that right knee pulled out. And we're just going to do a bicep curl here. Inhale, bring your weight up towards your armpits, and exhale down. Keep lengthening through the crown of your head. Create your own resistance. Inhale. On the extension and on the flexion, you want to make your own resistance as if you're pressing against water. Keeping your breathing fluid, keep your shoulders pulled back, always keeping your posture in mind. So again, about 8 to 10 reps of your bicep curls. Let's do about 2 more here. Keeping your face relaxed in that soft gaze, we're going to move into another balanced position. Once those weights are down, bring your right knee back into your chest and coming into a warrior 3 pose. Lengthen that leg out behind you. Keep your arms right alongside your body. Your right foot is flexed here, lengthen through the crown of your head. Adding a kickback here. Inhale, weights are going to come in towards your armpits. Elbows are pressing against your sides. Exhale to that tricep kickback. Inhale, bring the weights to your armpits. Exhale to that tricep kickback. So you want a soft bend in your standing leg. Toes are gripping the mat to help create stability in that lower body. Keep your belly pulling up and in, and if you're comfortable, you want to try to keep your hips parallel to your mat in this pose. Keep sending a strong line of energy through that back heel and through the crown of your head. 8 to 10 reps. Let's do about 2 more here. And then inhale, come to standing, bring those feet together. We're going to exhale, forward fold, lengthen from your waistline into the crown of your head. Just go ahead and set your weights down on the floor. Hands are going to come to your mat, and we're going to step back into downward facing dog. So you almost want to feel like you're tearing your mat in 2 here, pressing your hands in one direction and your feet in the other, and bring your inner elbows up towards the ceiling so your shoulders are rolling away from your ears, tailbone lengthens up as your heels reach, maybe a little closer to the floor by this point. Please just breathe. With your inhalation, bring your right leg up behind you into a standing split. And then we're going to bring our right knee up in between our hands to come into a pigeon pose here. So you're going to get that right hip grounded, lengthen your back leg behind you. The important thing here is to keep this right hip grounded. So if you need to modify, simply bend your back leg, Line your hands up with your front knee. Inhale to open the front of your body. And then exhale, you're extending away from your hips to release over your knee and pigeon. Let the weight of your head go. Breathing into those areas where you're feeling resistance. Just imagine your breath opening those areas. Breathe through them. You want to give yourself 5 to 10 breaths here to relax. Then when you're ready, bring your hands back onto your mat. Palms are grounded. Really press into that fatty area under your thumb and your pointer fingers. Turn your toes and inhale to down dog. Recommit to the posture. Find length from your fingertips, right through your shoulders. Lengthen that tailbone up towards the ceiling and heels come down to the floor. So you have the option of staying here in down dog or resting in child's pose, or if you want that little cardio blast, you're going to walk your feet up to the center of your mat so that your hands are lined up right under your shoulders. Think about pulling your belly in and lifting your hips because you're going to jump, bringing your feet up towards your rear end for these yoga donkey kicks. Inhale. Jump your feet up to your rear end. Exhale. Try to let your feet land lightly. Inhale, jump, and exhale down. Pressing your calves, knees, and thighs together. Inhale, jump up, and exhale down. So we're going to do about 10 of these all together, moving at your own pace. Keep your breathing steady. Let's do about 2 more. And we're just going to step back to down dog. Exhale at your knees, release to the mat. Stretch back into child's pose. Just surrendering in child's pose, letting your breath help you release in the weight of your hips. And just feel your shoulders relaxing away from your ears.